everyone, and welcome back in a new episode of our Terraria series. So, let's start straight off the bat with this new episode, and first thing first, what we have to do is to go yet once more down to the mines, because we keep running out of resources. It's unbelievable how much quickly we managed to consume the very few scarce resources we managed to scramble together. So I'll start off this episode by straight going down to the mines and start digging out, exploring, and I'll hit you back whenever I'll find something interesting, to say the least. So see you in a bit. Well, would you look at that? We found a new material, well, at least a new construction material, mud, as well as a load of copper, which I'm very happy of. But I tend to be most open towards new building materials rather than actual, let's say, tooling materials. I don't know how to define it properly. Instead of stones and ores, I always enjoy more dirt. So, yeah, we can experiment with some additional materials. Well, with building, so with some additional materials once we get back to the surface. Okay, so I found actually this weird biome. So the water here turned greenish, and it looks like similar to. It looks like we are in the desert. It seems, at least. Although you can see here that we are very far from the desert yet. Been digging for quite a while, and I found, well, some sand and hardened sand, so basically sandstone for Minecraft speakers, which is weird to say the least. I'll just harvest a lot, definitely. You can see it very clearly over here rather than down here, but by going down here you can see the water turns green yellowish and everything gets weird. So, yeah, I wonder what kind of biome this is. It looks a lot like desert, but I don't know about it. I don't know anything about here in Terraria, so I'll just keep on exploring. I'll get back to you if I find something interesting. Okay, here we are still here in this sort of desert-like biome. We were down here previously, and I found this weird wall. I don't know what it actually is. Well, it's obviously sand, but I wonder if there is some easier way to dig through. Because like destroying everything just to get to this, I believe it's tungsten. Yes, it's really hard to do. So, ouch, I'm also getting a lot of damage. So I'm very weirded out from it. I'll have to look if I manage to find some sort of shovel. Maybe some of the villagers can sell that sort of thing to me. Okay, so we are back from our exploration session in the mines. You can see here that I went quite a bit ahead. All this part here is new, so I basically doubled our exploration surface, and I even went down here. I've started using some bombs because I managed to find quite a few. While we were downstairs digging, some new NPCs showed up. So we have Hannibal here, which is, I believe, a wandering trader. The only kind of wood I would bother dying is rich mahogany. Dyeing any other woods is such a waste. Okay, so he's a dye seller. Dyeing that. Brown dye, silver dye. Well, it costs, everything costs way too much, so we do not have any sort of, well, we cannot afford it at all, his products, so instead we'll just keep to ourselves. So, concerning what we found downstairs into the mines, you can see here we found quite a lot of stuff. What's most interesting, at least to me, is these precious stones, as well as this recall potion. Very good. This woman statue, we can place it over here, I believe, on the edge, watching down. And other than that, we have, well, I managed to catch a couple of critters, and we found the sand biome down here, which I'm still very curious about. And I believe that's most of it. Nothing else apart, yeah, from some ores, some roots. What I am now interested in is seeing what we can craft, actually. So, because here we have, obviously we have the ingots, grey brick. Okay, so we can change glass. Ooh, that's very good. Oh yes, I was wondering how to make windows for our houses, so glass walls, and now we can give our inhabitants some windows. And then, ooh, even wine glass. I see. And I want, ooh, a sink. Well, why not? We managed to gather a load, really a boatload of copper. 71 ingots, my goodness. And some iron, less than how much I would have loved to get, but that's good enough. Now we can give a look at what we can craft with... Ooh, we can craft a staff? Ooh, 8 amethyst, which we do have, and... wow, let's just try. Because I managed to find a couple of amethysts. One defense. Okay, we can craft some. So, reinforced fishing pole, which is iron. On the toilet, we've seen it last time. I was wondering whether we can craft some iron armor. 12 broadsword. Yeah, let's invest it in a better sword, the iron. And well, we're not also. There is a lot of stuff that's interesting, so we can craft some copper armor. That way we can dismiss our old wooden one, which we can sell. Then, let's see here, a couple of bottles, 2 wine glasses, sticky glow stick, sticky bombs, mudstone brick, 56 silver and 18 copper. I want to see if shop, if the price is always the same. No! Ooh, okay, so we have to pay attention with which villager, with which NPC we are trying to trade, because it can, different villagers can give us different prices. Interesting, very interesting. Well, I'd say that the last thing we are left to do is add yet another house for yet another villager. So let me just craft up a couple of well, whip up a couple of materials, and let's try and see what we can get a hold of. You've seen me already many times building actually houses for our villagers. The design is always very simple, so just let's say a cubicle. But I try to change from time to time, swapping out and attempting to build to use different materials for different houses. In this case, we start. Well, first of all, I have to start making the room for the, let's say, wood shaft, in which we can actually, from which we can actually access the new room. And then we just add in the walls. This time I'm using this new stone brick, grey brick that I've found, which is basically just smelt stone. And then for the wall, I'm using sandstone just to try everything out. I may as well change it in the future if I don't like it anymore. But for, let's say, for this time, I'd say that it's quite a nice product. Okay, well, I believe that we have had more than enough for the next episode. It's going to be highly likely that this house is going to be full. So I thank you for following until this moment. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and subscribe if you wish to see more like them. And I will be waiting for you, as always, in the next episode. Bye bye!